we're back with
Excited
little
to be
Daisy J.
Say hi,
Daisy J,
Daisy.
can you bark and say hello?
Ruff, ruff.
I love it. Well, we not only have Daisy J on with her pink bow, but we have Beverly Pomerantz. I call her the casting queen of TV game shows. So, hello and welcome.
And why do you
Hi,
call her that,
yes.
pray tell?
Because I told her to.
Yes, and I met with Dove, Beverly. She cast Dove and I and a friend of ours, Greg.
Greg Lee.
And we are the volunteer veteran group on Common Knowledge, the new show with
Joey Fatone.
yeah,
Right.
And
Joey Fatone.
it was Bev so much fun. Well,
Yeah.
first of all, as everyone know in my audience, I am not anywhere near shy and humble. So I walked out with not only a great pink outfit, but a boa.
Right.
Oh
And
my
the
gosh.
And the
audience
two
went
gentlemen
crazy.
wore pink shirts.
Yeah.
That's what I heard.
So we were the veteran volunteers
And
on
then
the pink
when they're
team.
talking about ages and stuff, and I said, well, I'm so happy. I said, because I'm in my 87th year. The audience went crazy.
Yeah.
They were like, you go, girl.
They were really a great audience.
Yeah,
Anyway.
they loved you because I was in the audience in the office last week,
Uh-huh.
and they told me you were the best,
Oh, we had a great time.
We
the
had
best
a great
contestants
time.
they've had on the show. They
Yeah.
loved. They said the audience went crazy for you.
They did.
Yeah, and then
They-
I can see why.
You're
Yeah.
so sweet. Now, I want to know about Abu Dhabi.
Dhabi.
For 2.5 years, did you meet a rich sultan?
It was
I mean,
two-
like, hello.
I worked on a show, and it was I was there for 2.5 months. I lived there, and it was Hydra executives. It was kind of like The Apprentice.
Oh.
We had 8 Americans versus 8 Brits.
Yeah.
And they did their like a business. It was they had to
Oh.
come up with a business idea.
Okay.
And do you want to hear something really
Yeah.
Sort of
funny?
junior
Okay, this is really funny.
Junior achievement for
Right.
seniors. Right?
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Right.
This is really funny. So the first day that they started filming, they had 2 trailers, one for
Right.
the Americans and one for the Brits. So I go into the American trailer, and they're coming up with their ideas, and they're all yelling at each other. I don't like your idea. This idea, that's bad. You know, just getting at each other, right?
Right.
I go into the British
Oh.
trailer.
And I'm sure.
And one guy is sleeping on the floor, the cameraman.
Oh.
And the producer outside says, get a look inside. So I walk inside, and this was the British. I don't know. Maybe that's a good idea. I don't know. Do you like that? Perhaps we can do
I
that.
love it.
And then I go back into the American side.
Okay.
Oh, it was so funny.
Oh, that is
But
so...
it-
And they should have been taping, or were they taping what was
I think
going
they were,
on?
well, no, the
in-
camera guy fell asleep.
I'm
like,
literally.
Literally.
I
No,
love
literally.
it. I love
I
it.
went inside and he's like,
Right.
kind of,
That's
come
funny.
on. But they probably got a little bit.
So
of it.
now, where did they put you up and everything?
Oh, I stayed at the Al Hara Beach Resort
Oh.
in Abu Dhabi. It was magnificent.
Wow.
I had a room overlooking the pool and the infinity pool, the ocean and the
Right,
infinity
right.
pool. I had carte blanche at the restaurants.
Oh, wow.
It was magical.
I mean, you
for
should have
2.5
told me. I mean,
months.
I
You
don't
could've
weigh
come stay
much.
with
I'm
me.
going to come with you. I mean, now, were there any restrictions as far as covering your head or stuff like that? I mean,
It was kind of restricted. I felt
Okay.
a little uncomfortable. When I was there, I went into it was kind of like a Victoria's Secret,
Yes.
right? So all the women as you walk in, they're all dressed, with their coverings,
Right,
the eyes.
right.
And
But
then
they're
you
in
walk
Victoria's
inside,
Secret.
and everybody's trying on the little bathing suits and the little tops.
Isn't
It was
that
so
something?
funny.
Yeah, it's like so contradicting everything. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, you see them like that, and you with the outfit covering, and then all of a sudden you realize that at home, wow! I mean, these people are gorgeous and have one heck of a time.
Did they tell you you couldn't leave the property?
No, I could leave.
You could
it.
go anywhere.
I could go. Yes, I could go anywhere. But I went to Dubai, and I was in a department store, and there was a young man working there, and he said to me, "When women turn 50, they rarely leave the house anymore. They stay
Really?
home." I'm thinking, "Oh, this is not the place for me."
Yeah.
Or pink.
No way.
But they said a lot of the women once a certain age, they just like stay home, and
They think it's over.
they think it's
I know.
that's
You
like
know,
their
Well,
life.
Yeah.
it doesn't matter what they think.
That's
They're
how they
told
feel.
it's over.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So but I met some wonderful people. I got invited to a wedding, which I couldn't. I was leaving. I couldn't go.
Oh.
But
Now you
I met
also
some
did.
great
You were host at a talk show called Adventures with Bev. Tell us about that, because that really sounds interesting. You help people who travel.
Was that here in Southern California?
It was. I've traveled all over the world by myself. I've been to, well, Africa and Russia. I went with my best friend Judy. But I've been to, I went to Prague by myself, Israel by myself. I went to Europe like 10 times by myself.
Good girl.
I went to Hong Kong, China. Well, there were Hong Kong, China, Japan. I did go with a girlfriend. But I did most traveling, and most of the time I didn't know what I was doing. I mean, what it means is I didn't make any plans. I booked a hotel one night. And then I would just like go from a city to city and think, where am I going to stay?
Oh,
Stay
wow.
tonight. I've had adventures. It's
Like
amazing.
what? Like give us an
just
adventure.
meeting. Okay, so you're just meeting all these people. You get invited to different venues with
Yes.
people. You just get in, going to people's homes. Like in Africa, we took this on a boat. The guy invited us, a little tiny boat in East Africa. And he said, "Do you want to come to my home?" I went to the home, and then they had a stick dance because there was somebody who's getting married, and the women are on one side, and the men are on the other side. So we got to experience things that a lot of people.
No, when
And-
it's
and
when
the
it's not a structured tour,
It wasn't structured.
Right.
then you can be spontaneous, and that is
Exactly.
the best way to go.
Right, and the show,
Exactly.
what it do? It told
So I
people how to pack, how to.
And
you
how
know.
to do it inexpensively.
Okay.
Right. I wanted people to know that, you know, you could. I've had guests on my show where we did different clothes
Right.
and show how you can wear one outfit 5 different ways,
Correct.
basically.
Change the top, change the scarf, change the
And
but-
be all in pink.
Yes, I keep changing.
All she has
it.
to do is wear the pink. But, you know, and make little books. You could do it for, you know, basically free. Go to the tourist board, get a magazine, cut it out, put it on top, and then, you know, keep lists and
Sure.
keep it in 2
Oh,
places.
okay.
Because one time I lost everything. Luckily, I had it in another place.
Right.
So that did actually happen to me in Scotland, though, where I couldn't find my purse. Somebody had taken it.
Oh,
Turned out they
no.
took it by mistake, and it was found at the police station. But I didn't have a place to stay, and it was very interesting.
Now,
So, but I had a
I
great
read
time.
something in your bio here that was you were a chaperone on a dating game show. Is that what?
The TV show, The Dating Game, with Jim Lang as the host,
Right.
the
Yes, I
actual
remember.
show.
Yeah.
I was a chaperone. They sent me to Bangkok.
Wait a minute. How do you become a chaperone?
Well, because
They're
this
not
is
allowed to commingle
Right.
their guests.
this is before reality.
Okay.
Oh.
So it
okay.
didn't have people following them around with cameras. So they needed to make sure that the reason they had me is
Yes.
to make sure the airline tickets were okay, the hotel was okay.
Okay,
Because there were times when I got there, they didn't have hotel reservations. They didn't have things, and voila, I was there.
The
to-
fixer.
I was the fixer, and a funny story is there was a girl. I actually am friends with her now, 35 years later.
Wow.
She went with this guy, and the guy sat next to me, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then we changed rooms, and it was so funny. But they were great, you know. I mean, I had interesting couples on my, but I now became kind of friendly with a lot of them.
And being a chaperone, did any couple
Couples.
get married afterwards? Or?
No, they actually sent me to Bangkok, Jamaica, Alaska. I took a 10-day cruise to Canada with them, went to Hawaii, slept on the Queen Mary, took a train run through the redwoods. I mean, it was
Oh,
magical.
how boring!
You've
Oh,
had
they
quite
paid
an
for it.
interesting,
So
never boring.
oh
never
my
boring.
God!
No,
Unreal.
this is how I feel. LIFE. Live
Right.
it fully every day.
Oh, I like that.
And
say,
then I-
say that again for
Okay,
us.
Would you
L-I-
steal that, please?
Yes,
You
I'm
can
gonna
steal
steal
it.
that. I'm like
LIFE.
Milton Berle.
Live
Live
it
it
fully
fully
every
every
day.
Life.
And I came up with LIFE. Love is for everyone.
Yes.
LIFE. Laughter is for everyone. I came up with that.
Oh, I like those.
Because I was trying to think, what else does it mean? And we should just embrace everybody and love everybody, no matter what, and just have fun and help
but
each
you
other.
have a great personality, though.
I care
you're
about
up,
people.
You're up.
We were just talking with the guest on this show
Right.
before you about surrounding yourself with very positive people.
Right.
Yeah.
So many people are negative and tell you you can't do it, don't try it.
Right.
Everyone else try it.
Right.
You just can't deal with those people.
Right. But
They
sometimes
will bring
can,
you down.
But sometimes you can change their mind.
Sometimes,
Oh, yes.
but
That- when I
sometimes
hear
you,
that,
you have
but I
to
know
make
what you're
sure,
saying.
do you want to invest the time and energy to do it?
Right.
Or at some point you say, you know what,
Goodbye.
gig is into height, and we'll get on with the next
Why don't you
person.
explain what that
Yeah,
means to the audience?
go with
They don't
God
know.
and
Go with
enjoy,
God,
right,
I know what
yeah.
that means.
Tell me something now. We've been to Abu Dhabi. We've done the host show with the adventures. We've also, there was another one, Family Time Correspondent. What was that one?
Okay, I was on the Home and Family show. It was back then, like 22 years ago, with Christina Ferrari,
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Remember
Michael
well.
Yeah.
Sure.
Berger, or Chuck Woolery. We had two different hosts at different times.
Right.
Right.
So they asked me if I would go on TV and be the Family Time correspondent. I've never been on TV. I was like, what do you mean? Oh, no, you'd be perfect for it. So I remember I was like so nervous, and I learned everything. We were talking about, it was a family time. So we talked about movies
Okay.
and different actors that would come on. I would tell a
Right.
little story about them. So the first day I got there, no, the day before, Christina Ferrari said, you know what, I think I'm going to be doing it. We're not going to have you do it. I'm going to do it.
Oh.
So I remember going, okay, I was a little disappointed, and I went home, and the next day I said, well, I'm just going to go to work a little late. They don't care. I'm not going to be on TV. I get to the work, and they go, you have to go on camera. Christina didn't want to do it. So here I'm in, dressed funny.
It
and
looked easier than it was.
yeah, so I
Yes.
went in and did this thing on camera and talked about
Good for you.
places.
Now we're going to get to where
fun.
we met you. How did you become a casting agent for whatever you
Game
do?
shows,
Game
yeah.
shows or anything.
I used to work at banks for 12 years. And that was
Okay.
kind of my learning experience
Uh-huh.
because
Really?
we had people in a bad mood, not in a good mood. I loved putting them in a good mood. I knew every customer in that bank by name.
Good for you.
I fixed customers up on dates. It was
Oh.
funny. So, but then I kept thinking, I want to do something that's fun to help people in a different way.
Right.
Anyway, so I was working at Tel Aviv University. I quit the bank, and I knew it wasn't for me. I was sitting in an office. My girlfriend called, what are you doing? Looking for a job. I went to Merrill Heater's home. He created the original Hollywood Squares.
Oh,
I loved
yes.
Merrill Heater.
Yes.
Passed away last year, but the nicest man ever. And then I worked with Art Alisi, who's still around, and they interviewed me. Merrill interviewed me, had me start working in the office, front office.
Oh my goodness.
And Art Alisi, God bless him, I just went to his 90th birthday party. And I will tell you remind me to tell you a funny story. And so my girlfriends, I went to their house, and I started my job, and he said, I think you need to go look for contestants. I was so nervous. I didn't even know what he was talking about. I'd never talked in front of people in my life. I went to a market near my home, Pavilions, which 35 years later, I'm still going to that market to find
Oh,
contestants.
that's funny.
I mean, that's not the only place I find them.
Yeah.
Right.
The first day I started working, I had a table in front of me. My knees shook so I held on for 3 days this hard because my table, I just didn't know what to do. So 3 days later, I remember leaving after the audition going, I'm more nervous than they are. But they think they're more nervous than me.
Yeah.
So don't be nervous.
Right.
So, and I'm still good friends with some of the contestants from 35 years ago. We're still best friends.
What
Wait,
do
wait,
you
a
look
chance
for?
to tell the
What-
story.
So
Oh.
it
You
was...
say, remind you to
Oh,
tell
yeah.
the
So
story.
Art Alisi
Yeah.
was an amazing man. I went to Africa with my best friend Judy. We were in East Africa. We go from one game reserve to another. Somebody's van broke down. We asked this couple if we could help them. So we're going to take them in our van, take them to
Right.
the next village. It turned out this one man was best friends with Art Alisi in Los Angeles. Best friends with him. I think that was what a miracle.
Right.
My girlfriend says to this man, what do you do in Los Angeles? He says, I'm a periodontist.
Oh.
She goes, well, I know a periodontist. Do you know Dennis Galanter? I mean, what are the odds? He says, I'm Dennis Galanter. She goes, oh my God, I'm your cousin Judy.
Oh,
Swear to
my
God.
Lord, that's
I have it all on
That's
video.
adorable.
So,
oh my God.
yeah.
So back to casting. What do you look for? The
You.
word papa. What was that?
Oh,
Yeah.
Papa. Personality, P-A, ability, presence,
Yes.
and
Attitude.
Attitude, yes. Attitude.
Really?
Yeah.
That's it. That's what it
Just
was.
yes.
You know what? When you walk in, it's like you. Honest to God, I'm not just saying that because I'm here. I knew you'd be a great contestant because the minute you walk in, they want to know you're outgoing the second you walk in.
right.
It's hi. It's not like, hello, shake your hand. Because we had a girl on the other day. Oh, I found her. She wasn't on yet, but she got selected because I had a talk with her before. I said to her, what do you like to do after work?
Yeah.
And her response was, I like to go hiking. That was it. I said, you know what? You're not going to get on if you just say that. I'm not telling her what to say, but present it
right.
in a way like, You know my favorite thing to do? I love to go hiking. I love being outside. And one of my
fresh air, right,
reasons
yeah.
for hiking is because I love to eat. So the more I hike, I don't have to lose weight. I don't have to, I won't gain weight.
Great story.
I said, make a story.
Right.
Exactly.
Don't just give one-word answers.
Be interesting.
Yeah, because they want to know when the host comes to talk to you, you're not going to just stand there. we
No,
all
no
get nervous.
one-word answers.
No.
Yes.
Yes.
No.
No.
Death.
Well,
Yeah.
but it's funny because I was a little nervous coming here.
Really?
Well, because you're on camera.
You don't know
and
what to expect.
It's that little tiny bit.
Sure.
But I tell my contestants, and this is what I told myself in the car: it's good to be nervous.
Yes, it is.
Be nervous, excited, not nervous, tense.
Correct.
Because
There's
when
a
you're nervous,
difference.
excited, you babble like I'm doing, and when you get nervous, tense, you can't think of anything.
You had one cute incident. You said someone lost their underpants.
Okay, so I'm working
I
on.
have to share that with my audience here.
I worked on Family Feud for 8 years, and one of the contestants, actually, I found them out in the field. She was just about to go to the podium to hit the button. They were just
Yes.
calling that
Right.
family out. She walks out, and her underpants fell off.
Oh,
And one of the camera crew grabbed the underwear, pushes her on stage, and she yells out, she's from the South, "That's the last time I'm wearing my underpants over my pantyhose." I said, "Nadine, what happened?" She said, "Well, Beverly, I had my arms up in the air, and they're out here popping. They're my bloomers hanging right around." So her son wrote me a thank you card with Mama's bloomers. He wrote a
my
picture of it.
God,
hysterical.
I love
So I tell contestants, I have funny. I have one other really funny story where I'm doing a show called $1 Million Chance of a
Oh
Lifetime.
yes. What was that?
And that was the first $1 Million game show
Okay,
with Jim Lang, who
Who would-
hosted.
Sure.
right.
Yeah, so
The
it was
dating
great.
game. Yeah.
Great to work with him. So I got to fix the like this. I got to decorate the green
set,
room.
right.
This- yeah, more backstage so everybody
okay.
Sure.
before they go on because it was kind of boring. So they let me decorate it. So there's a couch. So I'm sitting on the couch and I'm sitting, and there's a guy sitting here, and
Is this
so
like
I
the
thought.
casting couch? Or
Yeah, right. That was sounded like that because I'm like sitting and I'm watching and I'm going like this to the hand of the couch, and I'm going like this. And his wife is there. She goes, "What are you doing to my husband?" It was his
That's
leg,
Funny.
and I'm like, "Oh my God!" It was so funny. I
Oh,
cracked
my
up.
Lord.
But I have.
So now you said there was someone lost their voice or their hearing on a show.
Oh, I did.
I mean, I'm listening. I'm seeing all this stuff.
Don't forget the lyrics with Wayne Brady, who's
Right.
doing "Let's Make a Deal."
Okay.
I interviewed. I feel like I was one of the judges on The Voice because backstage I was the one making decisions. So we had a girl on, and she sang, but she was completely deaf in one ear. She was born deaf.
Oh,
But I thought she had a lovely voice. I loved her voice.
right.
So I sent the tape in to the other producers, and they go, no, we're not going to use her. So I said to the other casting producer, I said, as a favor to me, you can put my name on it. I can get in trouble. I don't care. I thought she was amazing.
Wow.
Please let the other producers see it. If they don't like her, I'll take the blame. I go to work the next morning, and they were like, "Oh my God, thank you so much. We loved her."
There you go.
She walked in with $200,000. They bought her a pair of diamond earrings.
Oh my.
And I think a few years later, she went and had her ear redone. She never.
What
did
was
before.
the most?
Wonderful story.
I love to help people.
Yeah.
What was the most like terrifying type person that you put on and then they just went totally crazy?
Well, I'll tell you about one right before that. We had a guy on All Star on Catch 21.
Right.
Anyway, we have contestants sitting in the room, and before they go on, I don't know how they did it with Common Knowledge, but before we did, we have the producers. They want to explain the show just to make sure you really
Right.
feel comfortable
Sure.
and you know what
Correct.
the show's like. So there's this guy reading the paper like this. So my producer said, "Bev, you've got to talk to him. He's absolutely not paying attention. We don't know what's going to happen when he goes downstairs."
Loose
So
cannon.
I was really nice, and I said, "Excuse me, please put it down so they can
Talk to you.
Yeah, exactly. Talk to you, and they'll explain things." He says, "Okay." Not more than 2-3 minutes later,
Up
he's
goes
reading
the
the paper.
newspaper.
So I walked over to him. Now there's 20 people in the room, and really quietly, I said, "Please, it's important for you to watch so you know how to play the game." He said, "I told you I would do." What part of no? Yes, didn't you understand?
Ooh,
So I said, "Oh, could I see you for a second?" I took him in the hallway, and all I said was, "Bye-bye."
yeah. Thank
And
you very much.
I let
nice
him
seeing
go.
you.
know. So
yeah.
so that happened, and we didn't have really too many bad things. Somebody fainted once.
No way.
Yeah, I think it was $1 Million Chance.
Oh my.
I think they just got so overwhelmed. We like.
How many
Oh,
people?
but I will tell you a funny
go ahead.
story about that. about the couples. Okay, $1 Million Chance of a Lifetime, first $1 Million game show.
Okay.
So I interviewed the families, the couples. It was couples.
Oh, all right.
And so this one couple, it was kind of iffy. I don't know if I'm going to use them. The husband wasn't very outgoing. The wife was pretty good, but not my favorite. But she called me up. Do you think, are we going to get on, blah, blah, blah? And I'm like, well, I'll tell you what. I'll bring you back. If your husband, you've got to get him a lot louder. He's got to be more enthusiastic. Now, I like to give people chances because you never know.
Right.
They brought him back and they love them. So now I'm interviewing contestants in another room while they're taping, and I hear they're on. So I finish my interviewing, and I go in, and this is how the show normally is. If you win, you guys win. The confetti comes down, and we have two security guards, and they make it all fun, and they open the door.
Right.
So I come in, and it's quiet. There, you could hear a pin drop, and finally, nobody got this couple out. They finally opened the door themselves, and they said, "Can we come out now?" Nobody thought they were going to win $1 million. My couple won $1 million.
Kidding me.
Yeah,
Oh,
they don't know
my-
who's going to win and who's not going to win, but they figured. They
You
just
don't
figured
know.
they
You
didn't.
don't know.
You know, they
How many
weren't.
people do you get a week? Do you have to find for these shows a week?
Well, me personally, I'm trying to get 50 people a week.
Wow.
Me
So
personally.
Pavilions is your main place.
You know what?
Pavilions,
The
everybody.
bathroom also. I have
Yeah.
had people in the bathroom. I have funny stories. Somebody's actually going to the bathroom. Stop! Don't leave. I heard you talking. Can I come out? And
Oh, that's funny.
I started a sitcom called Cast of Characters. I'm going to see where it goes. But anyway, that starts in the bathroom because that really did happen.
So what do you look for first? I mean, I know attitude and things like that, outgoing, but there got to be other traits that you look for.
Sure. All those people who are replicas of Pink Lady,
Yeah.
please call
exactly right.
Beverly Pomerantz
That's right.
and say,
Yeah.
I can do her.
Well,
I
yeah.
should just put when I send out stuff to the
Right.
contestants, you should be on that.
Yes.
You know, that would be funny. But you know what it is? And Daisy J, honest to God, she...
I'm going to take it with me with that pink bow.
Everybody stops her because of that. I mean, if you saw the people I met in
Yes.
Beverly Hills the other day, you would fall over. But I don't go up to people and start saying, "Do you want to be on a game?" I don't do that. I start talking to them first. Oh, it's a great jacket. Oh my God, what do you do? And
They get the
and then
feeling,
if you start talking, then I go, "Oh, you know what? I'm casting a game show. You'd probably be great on it." Now, if you said, that's really not me, I'm fine. I don't need that many
Correct.
contestants.
Right.
I want to get people that really want to be on the
Sure.
show,
Right.
and that I don't want to waste your time. And I did get the guy, this guy from the worst contestant from Pavilions, the market. He was
Yeah.
the meat guy. Oh my God, he was horrible. It's because I was interviewing somebody, talking to somebody else, and he said, "Oh, can I do it too?" What could I say? No.
Yeah.
So he was very quiet. So I can't bring that in again.
No, no.
So, but just chatting.
I think, well, for our audience to know, I think if you meet someone like Beverly Pomerantz, wherever she is, and if you know that you've heard her and seen her on our show, go up and say hello and say, "Pink Lady said, I'm ready to go." And with common knowledge, it was fun. As I said, I was nervous, but as I said, we talked about it. You have to be a little nervous.
Right.
And you have to be, because that's, I think, part of your excitement and things like that. I had two great guys. I had Dove and we had Greg Lee and our veterans. But I think the audience also, when I stepped on the stage with the guys, we knew that the audience was with us.
Right.
We just knew that.
Yeah.
And that's the most important thing.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Because if the audience behind you, and I tell contestants, if you're having fun, the audience is having
That's
fun,
right.
That's right.
and they want you to win.
Yes, they do.
Otherwise, they're like, okay,
Yeah, next, you know.
Yeah, that's why you said when we think. That's why. But I think you have the energy all your life.
I
mean,
did. I
because
did.
you don't just do this.
Oh, no.
I met you
No.
at a veterans
Right.
a music show,
Right.
right in Westwood.
Right.
Right.
No,
And that's-
I'm
Actually,
like this.
just to clarify, we were at a 1,300 seat theater called the Wadsworth Theater
Right.
on
That's
the
right.
West LA campus, and we had we never advertised guests. We have performers,
Right.
Right.
but then we have special guests. And on Saturday we had
We had
Tommy Lasorda. On
And then-
Sunday we had Ann Margaret and Tony
Just
Orlando.
recently?
No.
No, this
That was that
the,
then.
the one
Right,
that
when
you
I was
saw.
there.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know, and then I saw you, and I went, Oh my gosh. I got to do something with her.
We have had a good time.
I have to tell
Yeah.
everyone,
Yeah.
it is so much fun, as you know, on Pink Lady Presents. We have all people of all different ages, all different ethnic backgrounds, people from everywhere, all walks of life. And I think that that's really what makes this program what it is. I know that I have a great time. I know that Dove has a great time, and I know our guests have a good time. And I want to tell everyone, if you know people that want to be on our show, please send the information to pinkladypresents.com or my website, or my email, pinklady7@earthlink.net.
And
And
Don't
if
forget.
you want to be cast on a game show,
there you go,
send an email to Pink,
right?
pinklady7@earthlink.net, and say, please put me in touch with Beverly Pomerantz, because
we will do
I
that.
would be phenomenal on that show, whatever the show may be.
Right.
And we'll
I'd be
make sure
happy.
you get
And
it.
we'll do
And
it.
I would love it, and I would love to call them. I would
Sure.
be
There
very
you
happy
go.
to bring you in for
You
Let's
have a
Make a
ch-
Deal
you have
or
a-
any other show that
Right.
we're working on.
And you
at the
have to
time.
be really, really good, because our reputation is on,
That's
the
right.
on the
line
line.
here. We don't want Beverly to say, who was that?
Yeah.
But really, I know everybody watching knows someone.
Right.
You know, it could be your laundry guy. It could be the you're talking about
Right.
supermarkets. You know,
Right.
you never know.
Everyone,
Yeah.
again, Beverly Pomerantz, thank you for coming in.
Oh, thank
God
you.
bless you. You are just one in a million. We had a great time. I don't know where the time goes by.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone. We will see you next time. God bless.
Have my fling. I'm gonna live until I die. The blues I lay low, I'll make 'em stay low. They'll never trail over my head.